Maria's case of LGBTQ is not adding up. Was Maria scammed, or is it all about LGBTQ? Because the story does not sit right. Ladies and gentlemen, Maria came on camera and said someone from abroad contacted her, money was sent, trust was built, then things changed. Request became uncomfortable, pressure increased, and eventually everything collapsed. So she says money was demanded back, more than what she was given. Legal threats were mentioned, and then her phone was whipped. Now, let us think about that carefully. When we look at that story, there are too many questions. Why send money first, then demand double back? Why involve a lawyer in a situation like this? And most importantly, why would a phone be formatted? So ladies and gentlemen, I sit down, analyzed all these information that Maria Kidi gave us, and I came out with a full investigative report that will be helping maybe to the future people who will be finding themselves in some things like that. So for Nyabohanse YouTubers, for the people worldwide, especially who are receiving money from different channel, this is just a caution to you. Just be very careful with the money that you receive. So let us hear what Maria Kidi says, then we dive deep into today's discussion. Stay tuned. Good morning, beautiful, amazing individuals. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video in this amazing YouTube channel that goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa. Maxwell Lumumba is my good name, a village content creator, born and raised in a village set up with no jobs. At the end of the day, I do content creation to earn a living. That being that, for those who are coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, I do reaction videos, especially to the videos that have been posted in public domain. Like today, I'm going to discuss about the new twist in Nyabohanse's story. Yesterday, I did a video about Maria Kidi, where I brought all the things the way Maria Kidi said. That is what I usually do. But still after that, I usually do another video about my own investigative report. What I suggest, sometimes I combine everything in one video and I tell us my part of story. Like this story, I listened to Maria Kidi. I did my own analysis about it, stating what she said, what she mentioned. Then I decided to come out with another video so as to support what I am thinking about. Because, in these YouTube streets, you just echo things the way they are, so you don't do any sugarcoating thereafter. You'll be breaking down. Apart from this video, I was supposed to do some another two video or a very long discussion about the LGBTQ discussion, but I'm not feeling well. The way you people can see nowadays, I'm like dull. Everything is dull in me. So maybe I'll be going to the hospital tomorrow. So I'm not feeling good. My health actually is very low. That is what I can tell us. So I have now to do something actually to boost myself. So that means tomorrow I'll be visiting hospital where I'll be done a lot of I'll seek medical attention, because sometimes I feel dizzy, sometimes I feel upside down. So that is what I'm going to do. So back to business, yeah. So for those who have not subscribed to this amazing YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to other individuals. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that any day, anytime I post any video, you people get updated. Watch my videos from the beginning up to the end without skipping those ads that you see there. That being that, let me say this, yeah. I also have another YouTube channel that goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa. Let us go and support that YouTube channel, because like tomorrow when I'll be visiting the hospital, there is where I'll be posting my own lifestyle video. So let us subscribe to that YouTube channel. Let us like, let us do everything so that the channel gets monetized. Even for these, let us support this YouTube channel. The way I was saying, I was supposed to do some 2 videos, but because of my health issues, I'm going to do only this video. But in my next video that I might be posting maybe 12 hours from now, I'll be telling who is this spy who spied to the government about what is happening in Nyabohanse. What was his intention about saying that? And I'll be exposing that person with something like concrete evidence, because this is not something that we have to ignore, because it is tarnishing the name of YouTubers in Nyabohanse. Having said that, let me discuss about something about Maria, which does not sit right.
You had some
conversation.
Conversation with my lawyer. How did it end? I told him, your lawyer told me to pay the money in 2 times. Yeah, now that is the price you must pay. Yeah, I like that lawyer.
First, when I listened to Maria's story, Maria thought that it was like an opportunity. Then it turned into pressure. And now it started to look like something that is very deep. And a lot of questions can be asked. Was she scammed? Was she used? Or is there something bigger behind all these? I tried looking in my comment section. A lot of things are arising. A lot of people are asking why she couldn't engage the authorities, why she couldn't report this to the DCI, why did she had to return that money without seeking authorization or following the legal procedure. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to expose what I'm thinking about all this story. Let me start with a recap of the story. Let me start from the beginning. Maria says someone from abroad contacted her, and this person came from US.
Reached a point where we used to talk frequently, you know, after some time. You know, the time he contributed that money and I bought that land, he went for like a month.
Okay.
A month without communication, and then he came back.
This video is a wake-up call, not only for Maria, but also for other YouTubers within Nyabohanse village, within Kenya, within Africa, within the entire continent. What we see about Maria. Let us go systematically what happened. Maria was contacted from someone in US. Then this person built a strong relationship that we call trust. Then money was sent. After money was sent, trust was still built. Then things started changing. Requests became uncomfortable. Pressure increases, and eventually everything collapsed. So when this individual was talking to Maria via WhatsApp, or when he was telling Maria about LGBTQ, this was like a bait just to measure how, or this individual knew the weakness of Maria, and that is why he came up with that strategy. So Maria says money was demanded back. So when money is demanded back, the individual requested double amount of money that was sent to her, and legal threats were mentioned, and then her phone was whipped. When you look at this history, something is not adding up completely. Now let us think about this issue carefully, because when you look at this story, there are too many questions that is supposed to be asked. Why can individual send money first, then demand double back? That is the first question we have to ask ourselves. In a normal situation, if you people were in business, if you people had an agreement, if you people had a deal, the only possibility or the only outcome that stands is sending back the same amount of money, unless you people had agreed or there is any other profit that incurred, or there is any other shares that you people need to share. At least for that, you'll be talking about different figures. But look at Maria's Kidi situation. Somebody sends you money, then that individual demands back double the amount of money, of which the person goes ahead and says that she could even demand more than that. And another question that comes there is, why involve a lawyer in a situation like this? Remember, this was not scamming. There is no evidence for scamming. This was not money laundering in Maria's case. That is according to how Maria explained this thing, yeah? From her point, she never scammed that individual. She never participated in money laundering with that individual. But most importantly, why would a phone be formatted after the payback? And there is where a serious question is being asked. Those are just not normal patterns. It is a simple transaction. For those who know, you already know. For those who they don't know, they don't know. And let me give us possible scenario. And this is my analysis, not accusation. And let me be very clear about this. What I'm about to say is what I've sit down, I've investigated about, I've said, let me just come on camera, analyze it, not confirmation. One position or one possible explanation is this. Maria have been targeted because of appearing, trusting, online transaction, and hopeful. That is something that I see. That is something that that individual detected in Maria. That Maria is somebody who can be trusted. So when you look about how things flowed, yeah, how Maria explains everything, yeah, it is not like something happened today, then tomorrow the money was demanded back. No, it took months, yeah. And these, I'll be linking these to something that is happening that we call money laundering. I'll be linking these to it because we have to get into that. And in the online world, that can make someone vulnerable. And this is something that these individuals saw an opportunity in Maria. Sometimes scammers, they send money first, then build trust with you, then manipulate the situation. And when confusion begins, they create pressure. So let me talk about the money trail. And here is where the things get more complicated. The movement of money. So when money comes from abroad, and this now I'm going to discuss about what we call money laundering. You get that money is being laundered in maybe let's say USA. That money comes from abroad, passes through one person, and in this situation, money from this individual from US passed through Maria Kidi. Then it gets redirected elsewhere to confuse what is happening, and this raises serious questions. But again, without evidence, we cannot conclude anything. What we can say is this pattern is very risky. We have seen how money laundering has been happening. We have seen these cases. This is not the first case that we are hearing about these, yeah, because look at the pattern how this money was sent, yeah, and somebody else was staged as a fake lawyer. That individual who demanded money from Maria Kidi, let me just call him fake lawyer, because he took advantage of the situation. This is somebody who has been in this game before, and he understands very well how this situation works. So when this money came from abroad, it had to sit in Maria's side for some moment. Then this money, because there is nobody who was tracing this money through Maria Kidi, now these people now realize this is the best opportunity. Let us now follow this our money. Then we take it back from where it was sent, yeah, because it has to pass through a merry-go-round. Then when it goes back, it is not even suspected. So at the end of the day, Maria paid double of amount, and this raises a really serious question. So this is what I'm now calling scamming. If this amount of money was sent to you, why pay double? And that is the biggest question. Apart from that, look at the scenario where Maria is telling us that this person even wanted to demand her to fuel his vehicle. This tells us this person has been in this game for so long. And the reason why they had, or let me talk about the phone incidents. Maria says that the phone was formatted. Now think about that. A phone today holds messages, transactions, evidence. So when a phone is whipped or wiped, it raises serious concerns. Again, we must not jump to conclusion. It could be fear, panic, or bad advice. When I was trying to investigate all these issues, this brought to me another incident that happened. It was like 10 months ago when Mogesi exposed another man who was helping a student in Nairobi with the same condition, that failure to do this, and this condition was you have to send me some nudes and those things, and this person declined, and the end result was I'm taking it to the police, I'm going to involve my lawyer, I'm going to do this. It was like threat to this student. Yeah, if for those people who can recall that video, I was now trying to link this suspect to be the same suspect about Maria Kidi's situation. Then I realized that what is happening in this Maria Kidi's situation is not all about selling nudes or what. Look at the intention. Joining somebody in LGBTQ WhatsApp group without telling that individual, like, send me some photos or do this. No, that never happened. Maria wasn't requested for nudes. So I said, like, maybe this is another kind of money laundering form, and that is why the phone had to be formatted so as to clear every actually evidence about this. Let me tell this to people, and the role of, oh, who is this calling me? Let me hang this call. This calling me. So let me discuss about the role of online influence. Now let me talk about the bigger picture. The internet connects globally, and sometimes not everyone you meet online has good intention towards you. Some people offer money, some people offer opportunities, but expect something in return. We have seen that before, and if you are not carefully, you can be pulled into something you didn't understand, and it will be bringing you to a lot of issues. And let me say this. What about, okay, let me just say something about the other boys. that I was talking about, the likes of, I don't want to call names, yeah, the people who are doing the bathing videos. Because we have heard about the story about those young men who said, we are doing this because it brings money. So again, we ask ourselves, is this choice influence or survival? Because sometimes people follow what pays. If I, Maxwell Lumumba, say this maybe reaction pays, I have to stick to that reaction. If I say bathing videos pay, I have to stick to going to the river and making sure that I take a very good shower. Even going to an extent, like, because I know when I play with my manhood, yeah, people will be motivated and say, yeah, that is now the real deal, yeah. So money keeps on flowing. So I'll be encouraged to do these more and more. But let me talk this as a lesson for YouTubers. And this is something that is very important, and we have to talk about it, because I have to speak it directly to content creators, because this is where it matters a lot. Not every opportunity is genuine. Not every subscriber is safe. Not every offer is clean. If someone sends you money, then starts making demands. Like me, somebody sent me money, and this person was giving me demand. I told that individual, look, just tell me who you want this money to be sent to. I'll action it. I did it, yeah? Because you see, when you send me money, then you start giving me demand on how that money is supposed to be used, or this is what you're supposed to do. No. I don't do according to the demand that you give me. I do according to what I think is good to be done. And that is what most of the cases I do. So the individual who sent me money, demanding me that you have to do these, and these, I told that individual, no, you cannot control, because you send me money, you want to control me the way you want. So I'm not going to do what you want. Just tell me, who should I give this money? That is what I did. So that, to me, it was like a red flag. Do you want to send me money? Then you want to now authorize how this money has to be spent. At the end of the day, you want to pin me down, because that individual was so like, when I told her like, give me the person that you want me to send that money, and I'll do that. That individual now went ahead, then told me this, yeah, I demand you to show me how my money was used. I was like, what the hell do you want to demand from me? You know, the good thing is that I gave her all the breakdown, how her money was used, how she instructed me to send this money to person A, she instructed me to send money to this person B. I did that, and I shared all those receipts, because funny thing about that, all these transactions, I did it through my bank, yeah, because the money was sent via M-Pesa. I did all this transaction via my bank, so as to keep the statement, to keep the records and everything. So if someone rushes to you, pressure you, confuses you, step back immediately. Protect your identity, your content, your peace. And so what really happened to Maria? We don't have all the answers, but we do have the lessons. So this is not just about one person. It is about how fast the digital world is changing. And the biggest question is, are we ready for it? Stay tuned. Let us meet in the next video about who it was about. What? Who is this spy to the government? Because I'm going to unmask this individual, because things are not adding up. Stay tuned.